Good morning, good afternoon, or good night. I'm Chucks,
And I'm Hannah.
and we are.
Chaos!
Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. Thank you so much for checking out our previous episodes. And if you haven't, then how did you get
Yeah,
here?
better. Yeah.
Yeah. That last episode was
Unhinged.
unhinged to the maximum.
Chaotic, as we like to say.
Yes.
I mean, that's why we're here. I
That's
mean, if
true.
these episodes aren't chaotic, then why are we doing this?
Because we're two narcissists screaming into the void.
We are not two narcissists. What the fuck? Why? Why?
I don't know. Some people might see it like that. I don't know.
All
right. So today's episode kind of builds off of our previous episodes. We're kind of alluding to the fact about well, we haven't alluded to it. You're a lesbian. I'm a lesbian. We out.
Those are facts.
Yes, those are facts. It's how we met. However, I think we wanted to deep dive into it a little bit more. So I have prepared a series of questions for the both of us to go through.
We're taking a quiz of our gayness.
Yes. But we're going to tamper it down. There is one very hot button question, but I'm going to leave that for the end. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So, my first question is, are you out of the closet, and to what degree? Like, are you publicly out? Are you privately out?
If I'm not out of the closet, I don't know why I'm doing this. I am now.
Well, somebody might
Is
not
that
know.
a general question, or is that to me?
That was to you and to everybody else, I guess.
Okay,
as well.
Okay, what's the question again?
The question is, are you out, and to what degree? Like publicly, privately?
I mean, I'm out. I'm out to my family and my friends. I mean, if someone asks me, which no one ever does ask, then I say, I say, yeah, I'm gay. But, I guess I don't meet someone and be like, hey, I'm gay. Unless it's someone I'm attracted to.
Girl.
Hey,
just so you know.
Are you? No, yeah. No, I'm out and publicly, yeah. Meaning, if I was with someone, yes, I would, publicly be out. Yes.
Okay.
You?
100%. 100%. It's like, to be me and exist in the world is to be gay.
Gay.
Although, I still do randomly get hit on by men, and I'm confused.
I mean, same. It's fucking weird.
Yeah,
I think the most recent one was at a gas station. I'm like,
I mean,
cringe. Even if I was straight, cringe.
So, how long have you been out of the closet?
I think since I was 25, so it's been over 10 years. Almost. I think it was 25. Pretty sure it was.
Who's the first person you came out to?
I think one of my friends, because actually I have a good story for this.
All right. Let me hear it.
One of my friends was at my house once, and you remember media players like iPods and Zunes. Well, I had a Zune, and for those of you who are 12 years old, I hope you're not listening to this, but Zunes were media players where you could download music on and listen to it. And I had one of those, and somehow pictures of my girlfriend were on there.
The one that we keep trying not to summon?
Yes. My friend was looking at my Zune, and she saw the pictures, and I grabbed it real quick. I was like, but she saw them, and I know she did, so I was like, fuck, and I didn't say anything then. But then once it was probably a year later or less than a year later, I was just ready to come out because up until I was 25, like, obviously no one knew. And I was just like, I have to tell people. Like, I feel like I can't be myself. I'm, like, tiptoeing around people. It's just... So I told that friend, and she was like, I'm so glad you came out, because I already knew. I'm like, I know. But then my mom was, like, the first person after that. And I basically sat her down. And I was like, I needed to tell you something. And I was like, what would you say if I told you I like chicks? And that's exactly what I said.
What did you say?
She was like, well, that's fine. And then she was like, and my friend at the time, my friend that I would, like, always hang out with, she was like, her name was Brittany. She was like, is Brittany your girlfriend?
Brittany?
Brittany knows the story, so it's fine that I say her name. But yeah, that was my first when I came out to my mom. But then my mom outed me to my dad, which I asked her not to.
Oh, shit.
And she told him, and he had a hard time.
He had a heart attack.
No. My dad did not call me, but my stepmom did. And she was like, we support you. Your dad's just surprised. And she was like, I don't know why he is, because you've been a tomboy and cutting grass with him and
doing boy stuff.
But it took my dad a couple days to call me, but he did eventually, and basically said he supports me. And it just is different for him, but he says he supports me. That's the extent of that. Which is fine. I mean, other people, it's better than what other people experience, so I take it. I take that with.
Exactly. That's a win. A win is a win.
Yeah.
And if you are in a safe environment, a safe enough environment to come out and, get that support, it's like a weight off of your shoulders.
Yeah.
But did you come out? You came out at 25, but when did you kind of know that you liked girls in that way?
Well, there's two different things. So when I was 18, it's like 17 or 18 was when I kind of knew. I know I was a senior in high school, so I would have been 18. And that's when I met my first girlfriend online.
Of course.
Yeah. So that's pretty much when I knew, 17 or 18, like senior in high school. But then now, as an adult, and I look back, like, I know, like, I should have known I was gay, like, when I was 5. Yes. Like, I always like wanted to be my, like, hot girls' boyfriends. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That was my
I could be a better boyfriend.
But I didn't understand it as being gay until I was, like, in high school. It was weird. But yeah. So, cool. 18, so that's like 7 years of, like, basically hiding it. And another funny story. I have another funny story.
Go.
So back then, cell phones, minutes were only free nights and weekends, right? If you talked on the phone during the day, you were getting charged. So I was talking to my girlfriend all the time. And one time we got a phone bill that was $800.
I have a story about that too.
My mom's like, who are you talking to? I'm like, no one, because she didn't know by this time. Like, no one. She's like, I'm going to call this number. I'm like, no, don't call the number. Like, please don't call. It was a whole thing. I was like, don't call the number. This is the only person I talk to. Like, please don't ruin it. I don't think she ever did, because nothing ever came up after that.
I
But
feel like
yeah.
your ex would have said something, but I have a story similar to that too. Because in the world of online chat rooms, you get somebody's phone number, you gotta call them, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that from my cell phone. I don't have the minutes because it here you have two options. You can get like an open line plan, call, use your minutes, whatever. The plans back then sucked. And then you had like you could get like a phone card with a set amount of minutes. And I had a set amount of minutes, and I didn't have a job. I had to rely on my mom and my grandma to like
Yeah.
get me my minutes. So I just used my grandma's phone. One
Shit.
day,
Oh
she
no.
got the phone bill. It was like 400. It's long distance calls.
Where were you calling?
I don't fucking know. I was calling somewhere in the U.S. It was
Oh,
international. It was
you
international.
can still get in trouble for that.
Yeah. And, and I don't remember even who it was that I was calling. And my grandma got the bill. And she was pissed. But now I'm her sweet, innocent, helpful granddaughter who could do no wrong. So obviously, it had to be one of the boys. Because my eldest cousin who lived with us, he's a man whore. So could be
Yeah.
him. Because he had women in and out of this place like it was a brothel. Then you have my brother who had not yet ascended to the level of man whore yet. But the beginnings were there. He'd be out at all hours of the night. The anybody from the Caribbean will understand the Caribbean double standard. And that double standard worked in my favor because I was like, me? I don't talk to anybody. I come home, I go to school, I work hard, I'm quiet. I'm on the
Yeah.
internet. Who am I going to call? I didn't even use the phone regularly.
It's
So
always the quiet ones.
it's always the quiet ones. I didn't get blamed.
No,
And
my
the
my
boys had to
family
pay.
knows. My family knows like I'm very quiet and secretive. I don't say shit.
Exactly.
That's why my mom
I'm
worries about me the most.
same, mine too. So, um, so your family knows and
Yeah.
they accept you. Has it ever been a case of being too accepted?
My mom, yes. My mom, like, man, up until like a couple of years ago, every Christmas, every birthday, just rainbow shit, rainbow shit, rainbow shit. I'm like, Jesus, fuck, mom. Like rainbow hand towels, rainbow socks, rainbow shirts, rainbow, bro,
All rainbows
rainbow
all the
phone,
time.
rainbow phone cases. Oh my god. I'm just like, mom, you gotta stop getting me rainbow shit. Like to the point where my siblings were like, I'm about to open a present. They're like, I bet it's rainbow stuff, bro.
Your mom was like, I'm not
God.
going to out you, but my gifts will.
No, she did out me to my dad.
To your dad, but she didn't out you to the others. She was like, I don't have to
She
out you
tells
to the
all her.
others. I'm just a gift her.
She told like all her friends and stuff. My mom, listen,
She means
she's
well.
very supportive. She means well to the point, like, she was gonna put me on a dating app herself. I'm like, how is that gonna work? You're gonna talk to them and then set me up? Like, what's happening?
I support this.
Bro, I do not.
She just wants to see her baby happy.
She does.
She just
I had
wants
to
to
tell
see
her,
you
like,
happy.
mom, well, now, because she saw what I kind of went through in recent years, now I'm like, mom, I don't want to date no one right now. Stop pushing. I just want you to be happy. I am happy. I got a dog.
Ellie needs another mom.
She does, so I can leave leave and just leave her at home. Yeah, anyways. My mom's a little too supportive sometimes, but
she's very enthusiastic.
She does mean well, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, now.
So your future wives will have a very good mother-in-law.
If she likes them. Listen. You kind of know how I am.
Mm-hmm.
It comes from someone. And that someone is my mother.
Oh, Lord.
We are very nice people. But if you fuck around, you're going to be talked about behind your back a lot. Like,
not the passive aggressive.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know.
Or is it just going to be the aggressive?
No, it's passive aggressive.
Okay. I thought your mom had some hands on her.
No. So now we are going to hear your coming out story.
I mean, there wasn't really much of one. Although it was kind of funny, because I think at like 6 years old, I told my mom that I'm never having kids. Yeah. Like, I just told her, I'm like, well, you have two of us, so I don't need to have kids. Like, off the bat, off rip, like, I'm not having kids. I didn't know why I said that. I just felt very strongly that I'm not having kids. I still feel that way today. And, you know, as I grew up on the internet, went through all my phases, moved to Australia, still had not come out yet to her. Mm-hmm. But like a couple of my friends in high school and like equivalent, they knew that I was gay. So I would say that I was more privately out. And I was like kind of dreading the idea of coming out because my grandma, who lived with us at the time, she was super religious. Mm-hmm. And she'd made some comments about some other family members who were gay. And then grandma was super religious. She made some comments about some other family members who were out, proud, living their lives in Europe. And so that was like, because this woman, you have to understand, this woman growing up is my hero. Okay?
Yeah.
And so my hero is saying that being gay is bad. So I'm like, keeping that tight-lipped. And my aunt also was very religious and very anti-gay. And I went to Australia. Everything's fun, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm thinking about coming home. And I emailed my mother. And I was like, look, I want to come home, but I can't hide the fact that I'm gay. Like, I can't do it anymore. I can't live my life in increments like that. And so she was like, it's okay. I knew, or I've always known you're fine. We don't have to tell anybody that you don't want to tell. And I'm like, bro, you've known this entire time and didn't think to tell me? Anyways, I got home.
How old were you at that point?
I was like 22. Yeah, 22. So, fine. I come home. Everything's fine. Like, I know, she knows. We have a conversation about it. It's probably, thank you for your support, Ellie. It's probably the only conversation we had about it. I was like, okay, cool. Water under the bridge. We go on living as normal. And over the years, I've been more expressive about it. Like, I'm more out more publicly now. Like, obviously, because we're doing this podcast. But, you know, friends know. I think family it's one of those things we don't discuss, but you know, everybody kind of knows.
Yeah.
And because nobody's trying to set me up with some man from church. And funnily enough, that aunt who's super religious, her son, one of her sons, is also.
Does that mean gay?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't know there was a hand signal.
Well, there are some signals.
Yeah, like.
Yeah. But there's also, you guys don't use that?
I mean, we do, but I feel like.
Okay.
Not to say, hey, look at that guy over there.
We use that at work sometimes because people will be making some out of pocket jokes, and I'll be like, "Hey guys, listen to me, look at me. I'm, like just in case there's other people around." Like if there's some random person around,
I did
we
not
just do it. I work with a bunch of Gen Zers, and I've just had to adapt to the culture. But yeah, but my mom has also been kind of super enthusiastic. Not in that she's gifting me rainbow stuff, but the way that this woman will mention, oh, so and so's daughter is also gay, or I know you go to Pride, like maybe you should go to Pride on our sister island because they actually have a Pride parade. And I'm like, yeah, the crime rates on that island are also like 4 times the crime rate of the Caribbean. Have you met lesbians, mother? Would you like me to get into some kind of inter-island lesbian drama and just get shanked? Exactly. But she means well. She's very enthusiastic.
Yeah.
I feel like if I got the timing just right, I could convince her to go to a Pride with me. And one, she'd have the time of her life. And two, she might walk away with either more gay children or a girlfriend of her own. Okay?
You should go back to New Orleans. I don't know if they have a Pride actually.
I don't know.
They should.
I don't know. Probably.
I know
they
got
They got.
You fucking
Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras.
Yeah. Mardi
That's
Gras.
in like February though, which is like weird. It's too cold for that. I don't know if it's cold down there. Whatever.
Not there. But yeah, so she can be. She's supportive. Everybody I've met has been supportive, I think, in the last couple of years, which makes life, even in the desert that is this island I live on, bearable.
Yeah, when did you know you were gay?
I want to say, just like you, I've always been a tomboy. I just attributed that to being around guys all the time because I was the only girl in a household full of boys. So I had my brother, I had like 3 or 4 cousins, for like 3 or 4 male cousins. And so we'd always be together. We'd always spend time together. So their likes were my likes. So I'm like, including girls, apparently. Except for that one cousin. But yeah, just being in that rough and tumble environment, I think 12 is kind of when I started to accept it, especially, watching Xena Warrior Princess.
Yeah.
And kind of seeing her and Gabrielle. Like, I remember there was at least one scene where Xena and Gabrielle are having an emotional moment after Xena rescued her. And they're just like hugging, and it's getting really like, I was like,
yeah,
what is happening? And that was like the beginning of the brunette blonde relationship media thing. So I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, it was definitely at 12. But like I said, it was also on the one side, hey, there's more to me than I thought. But there was also a lot of negative associations. So I think I knew at 12, but I wasn't comfortable being gay until I was out of the house, out of the country, without the expectations of my family.
Yeah. I mean, and it's like, we're not, like, taught any of this. It's like when we were growing up, like, it's just not, like, I had a gay uncle, I had a gay aunt, but, like, still, I didn't understand that I was in chat rooms, I'd rather talk to a girl. I was just like, oh, I want to be friends with her. And I didn't understand that it was me being attracted to girls until I was like 17.
And then you're
But
just out
yeah,
here falling in love with all these online girlies.
I don't even think I was falling in love. I was just like infatuated with like
Yeah.
talking to girls online. It was so fucking weird. And it wasn't like I was flirting with them either. It was just like,
Okay, but as a lesbian, how do you know? Because I feel like we just flirt and everybody's oblivious. Everybody's flirting, but everybody's oblivious.
well, you are for sure.
Who? No, no, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
We've already talked
oblivious
about
to
this.
being flirted with.
Oh, yeah. Well, now,
Don't call me
when
oblivious.
you don't know you're gay, yes.
Yes.
But now if I'm flirted with, well, no, let me say, now if a girl talks to me, I'm like, ooh, she flirted. This is gonna go with the other part of our segments here, but yeah, like seriously.
You're like,
But it's just
I don't know,
crazy, like
man.
how I had no idea, you know? But then when you look
Exactly.
back at it, you're like, how didn't I know? And it's because we had no exposure to it at all. No one
And
ever talked about it in your family or anything.
exactly.
And I grew
But
up Catholic, so
oof.
definitely didn't hear shit.
But I feel like the only time that I experienced anything, this is like a deeper dive for a different section, but the only time that I experienced queers in media outside of like Xena, and even that was very like subtextual,
Mm-hmm.
it was like I remember these Lifetime movies, like these true story Lifetime movies, like somebody had AIDS, somebody was dying,
My God.
somebody was there was this one and it's ingrained in my mind where this kid in some rural part of the US, he came out as transsexual and like he had a relationship and everything, but I don't know, somebody found out that he wasn't a guy and like a mob of them just attacked him and like killed him. Like it's a true story. Like they started a foundation and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm in my developing years and this is the media representation. There was a lot of any media representation was gay trauma. Like
Yeah.
very traumatic. And I was like, no, 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 I can't be gay. Look at this. This is like the personification of the sins that I'm trying to commit. Look, it's being shown to me on TV that I will be killed. I will be bullied. I will be picked on. I will not be accepted. And I think that also plays into why I didn't accept it for so long, why I didn't want to come out. Because I was like, you know,
Yeah.
granted, this is not the experience that I had. This is not the experience that some people have. Unfortunately, it is reality for others. So there is that, you know,
Yeah.
balance. But I think media, like you said, would have played a role in my coming out earlier or my self acceptance a little bit earlier
Yeah.
than when I did come out.
And even if there were any um like gay shows or any gay relationships on shows or anything like that, was mostly gay men.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was rare to find something that had lesbians in it. And I want to say the first thing I did see was the OC with the
I feel
like
like they
two
were token
episode lesbian relationship or some shit.
because it's like tokenized gay relationships. It's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're gay.
I still
And
have a crush
now
on Olivia Wilde. Damn.
Okay, so this brings me to my next question. Have you ever been to a pride parade?
Yes, I've been to Chicago Pride, and I think I've been to like one Pride in St. Louis, but it was kind of lame. But yeah, I've been to Chicago Pride.
How was that experience? Do you remember anything memorable from that experience?
Again, it
Don't bring
was.
up Voldemort.
I mean, that's when it was. I don't. I mean, there was nothing like crazy memorable. I just remember it being fucking wild. Like, and this wasn't even the parade. Because they do a bar hop thing
I know,
before
I know.
that, and um, that's what I remember. I don't even think I went to the parade. I think we were fucking too hungover to go. But yeah, it was just fucking madness. I just remember the only thing notable that I remember is being at this bar or club and we were just taking tube shots over and over again. I have no idea what the fuck they were in there. Like what the fuck was in those things? I have no idea. But that's
Anybody from Chicago, please let us know.
well, it was tube shots. They're like
Yeah, well, what was in the
tubes.
tubes?
Could have been anything. To
Could
be
have been
honest,
drugs.
it was liquid. I don't like what. Yeah, there could have been roofies in there. I guess.
Exactly.
Maybe that's why I don't remember anything. No, it was a good time for sure. I remember, and I do this fucking everywhere I go. Like, I think I did it in LA when we went to LA, but like, I remember like I was buying drinks, and these two guys came up to the bar and were standing next to me, and I was like, "Hey, you guys want a shot too?" And I bought them
You do
shots.
that.
Oh my god, I do that.
You do that everywhere. And then we gotta hunt you down to pay you back.
Bruh. Well, I mean, no one's gonna turn down free shots. Shit.
Of course not.
Yeah. I mean, there was nothing like crazy that happened at Pride. It was fun for sure. And it was I think that was my first Pride. Um going to Chicago Pride as your first Pride, like it's a lot.
It is a lot because, funnily enough, Chicago Pride was my first Pride.
Yeah.
And that was and to make it even better, it was the 2015 Pride when Obama announced legalization of federal gay marriage. So, and
Yeah.
like he announced it like the day before the parade or something. The parties that night, wild. The
Yeah.
pride, everybody, I just remember the surge of people for the parade. It was so fucking hot that day. It was ridiculous. Like I even had
Yeah.
on sunblock, okay? I had on sunblock. I think I had on a hat. I don't know, but it was hot. And we went there. We were in that crowd. It was buzzing. Everybody was just, it was so much genuine joy and happiness
Mm-hmm.
and excitement and alcohol. And it was just like this collective pulsating. And it was such an experience to be a part of. Like, from going to like no activities to the full scale of a Chicago Pride, like you need to prepare yourself.
Yeah.
You need to prepare yourself and stay hydrated. I remember where we were standing, there were a crowd of people. None of us knew each other, like me and my friend, and like all these other people around. And one of the girls that was like next to us, she just passed the fuck out. Like, have you ever seen someone go stiff and pass out?
Not like in front of me, no.
Yeah, she went stiff and passed out. But people, we were on her and making sure she gets some air. got her some water, made sure she was okay. Everybody took care of her. But this girl, I don't know if it was the sun. I don't know if it was the alcohol. I don't know if it was something else. Like 10 minutes later, after she'd recuperated, homie fell right back over. And this time, legs up, coochie out.
Oh, nice.
It
Bro,
was
the amount of people that are just half naked and have like
bro.
either they're just half naked because they're fucking drunk, or they're half naked and they're just painted with pride colors. Like, it's
Listen,
fucking wild, dude.
This girl was ready to party because coochie out, jungle wild. She was ready to go. We had to, but dude. The EMS services were very good. They were quick. They got to her. It was thing. This is also where I saw balcony Batman in a Speedo. Like, he had on a Batman mask and a black Speedo. And his nipples were painted rainbow. It was like, okay, Batman. You go, Batman. So that was definitely my first Pride. And it was very memorable because, it's, gay marriage was legalized and all that stuff. It was really, really good. So I think, like, it was really nice. Did you go to any other Pride events?
Just in St. Louis, I've been to one, but it was just the parade and that I kind of watched, but I mean, it was pretty tame. I mean, St. Louis isn't that big, so it was pretty tame. But honestly, now, I don't think I can go to a Pride and act the way I did at Pride. There was a lot of firsts for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, what were some of your firsts at Pride? At least one.
One was that was the first time I did some things in a public restroom.
What bases?
I would say second to third. We're in between. We're getting stuck in between second and third base there.
You're short stopping? Sports gays will understand.
It was a quickie. And we got stuck at the shortstop position. Yeah, that was my first before that I've done some stuff in a car, but that's not really public. But first public restroom, looking back at it, disgusting. I would never do that again. Yes.
Yeah, you called me out a couple episodes ago for making out with someone in a bathroom.
I didn't call you out. The only thing I said
judged me.
I only judged you because you said she pulled you in and made you. But
she did.
No, I know you. I know you walked in willingly, like, hey, I'll come in with you.
No. Anyways, moving on.
That's one of my first. But there were some other that I don't really want to say on this to the public.
Okay. We'll keep some things a mystery.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta be somewhat a mystery still. Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Did you have any first for Pride other than it being Pride? Was that your first Pride?
That was my first
Chicago?
Pride. Yeah. Chicago was my first Pride.
I don't think you can get any better than Chicago. Maybe San Francisco. Maybe New York, but
it's the thing. I've been to New York twice for Pride and never made it. So I don't think I'm destined to go to New York Pride.
I mean, we were there during Pride and it didn't seem like there was a whole lot, but I don't think we went to the right places.
I don't think we went to the right places. Exactly. We were just too hung up on playing beer pong.
I mean, the one place we did go to was the rooftop was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
The other place was kind of
But anyways,
it was still fun.
Yeah, and we got to see a WNBA game, and I mean that counts as queerness. Whoa, you fucked yourself up, okay? So
I had some stomach issues. Anyways,
I think I would say, like, I enjoyed Chicago Pride, but I think the best Pride I've been to would have to be San Diego Pride.
Yeah, San
And
Diego's
that's
good.
because I was with a couple of my West Coast friends, and we went there, we're having fun, and I remember vividly, the thing that stuck to me the most were the Pride parents. And I swear to God, if you want to have an emotional reaction and bawl your eyes out, just find one of these Pride parents.
What's a
Let them
pride
hug
parent?
you. These are parents that they're like, your family might not accept you, but I do.
Oh,
And then they
okay.
give you a hug or like, whatever you need. And I
Handshake, maybe?
remember, yeah, they do handshakes. They do whatever you need. And I remember there was this one parent in particular, and she's African American, of course. And she's older, so she kind of reminded me of my grandma. I have trauma. I should probably go to a therapist. But
We all should.
yeah, shit. Go to therapy, gays. She came up to me and she looked at me and she just hugged me. I was wrecked. Like, the tears were flowing. Like, and she held on for dear life because I was letting go for dear life. That was some really good emotional relief. And I thought it was just me. And I look back at my other friends and they're all having their own like experiences. And I'm just like, okay, we gotta get it together. We gotta button up. there's girls here. There's
We
girls.
gotta, we gotta go get some girls now.
Yeah.
Gotta wop the tears away.
Exactly. We gotta be tough.
Pull up your pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adjust your straps. Let's go. But it was, I think it's one of those things. I'm trying to be serious. But I think it's one of those things where it's an important part of the culture is to have that acceptance. And I've also seen it online where you have, I think, a page where people offer themselves, like if your family doesn't accept you when you come out, they accept you and they'll even like go to your like weddings
Oh,
and
wow.
stuff like that. So it's really good to see another generation. And these are not necessarily gay people, these are straight people. They have their own kids and stuff like that. And just to see that and see them being like, oh, you're my kids now, it's absolutely beautiful. It enhances the experiences. And if you're lucky enough to experience that at a pride, I mean, go for it. Unless you're one of those people who runs from your emotions, then run in the other direction. Okay?
Yeah.
Just turn your cape around and go. Will you be
Yeah.
going to any
Ouch.
pride events in 2025?
Probably not. Like I said, I don't think I can handle that anymore. Um, I guess I could go and not be unhinged. But I mean,
So we're not coming.
when you get around a bunch of lesbians, okay, it's like my brain just goes out of my head. There's no thoughts. Okay? There's only two.
Your brain goes straight down to the clit.
To
Okay.
my vagina.
It's in the vagina.
Bro, it's no, I don't have any plans for 2025, but I wouldn't be opposed to going to another pride, but if I did it, I would want it to be like an all out, like San Diego, San Francisco. I would want to go to a San Francisco pride. I heard that shit's off the chain.
Well, yeah, I think we can do that. I think our next vacation falls in and around June, July, but I don't think where we're
It's July.
going will have, yeah, July. I don't think where we're going will have Pride at that time. I think that location has Pride at a later date. But I mean, pride events,
Probably.
I'm all for them. Now, I have two questions, two hot
Okay.
button questions
Okay.
that tie into each other.
Okay.
Okay. So my first question is, let me see, wait. Have you ever had a crush on a straight girl?
I would say I've had a crush more on straight girls than gay girls. Okay?
Why?
Because everyone thinks they're straight. Listen,
Are you about to spaghetti theory me?
I don't know what that means, but
Spaghetti theory. Spaghetti's straight until it gets wet and hot.
true. No, like, I mean, I would say since I turned 30-ish, I don't like going out to bars to meet people. Like, that's not, I don't like get ready like, I'm gonna go meet someone at a bar. Like, no. But like when you're hanging out with friends and you go to a bar, you see a pretty girl, a hot girl, like they're 9 times out of 10, hold on, straight. Okay? Like, I have no gaydar at all. Like,
That's actually my next question is about your gaydar. How well
I
does
have
your gaydar
no
work?
gaydar. No gaydar. Okay? I just think everyone is gay. Listen, I believe anyone can be turned. You know, even if it's for a night. And what's fucked up is the straight girls go along with it until you're like, "Are you gay?" They're like, "Oh no." I should have asked you this an hour ago.
But my boyfriend enjoys watching.
Fuck no. Fuck off. There have been a couple success stories, okay?
Oh?
A couple.
Okay.
Oh, this is a good point. I don't know if this is a good episode to talk about this, but I do have a story about me hitting on a girl at a bar. So,
always,
I go out to this bar that we frequented with a group of my friends. And one of my friends worked at this bar, but that night she wasn't. And a girl she worked with was probably bisexual. I don't think she was gay. She was bisexual. And she was like, "Hey, like my friend, like she's interested in you." And I'm like, "Cool, like what's up?" And she's like, "Well, when she gets off her shift, she's gonna come hang out with us, and we're probably gonna go to a different bar." So that's what happened. We went to a different bar. Well, this girl, I was not getting good vibes from her, okay? At all. She was just giving me bad vibes all over the place. Like, I just did not like talking to her. It was just fucking weird. So I left them outside on the patio at this bar. I went inside to go get drinks. Needed to get away.
You ran away.
I saw this girl sitting at the bar and I sat next to her and I was like, "Hey, I'm just gonna sit here for a while because there's a girl out there that I don't want to, I'm just not having great vibes with her." And like, this girl understood, like, she was trying to hook up with me and I just did not want to. And so this girl like started flirting with me at the bar. And like, then she started like touching my leg and I'm like, "Oh,
all your gay
okay."
sirens are going off.
Yeah. And I'm like, "Okay, well, this turned into something else." So then we were like talking or whatever, and my group of friends come inside, like probably 20 minutes later, and one of them comes over to me. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, I was having bad vibes with that girl. Now I'm talking to this girl. She's like, "Jesus Christ, Hannah."
Was this friend me? Because I feel like that was me.
This was way before I met you guys. No, yeah. And I was like, "What?" I'm like, "I'm talking to this girl," like, and she's like, "Well, we're getting ready to go somewhere else." I'm like, "Okay, I'll see you guys later." Yeah. So they
The
left.
way that you judged me last time, but okay, keep going.
But no, yeah, I stayed with talking to that girl, and we ended up going back to her place. I like that girl that I just she listen. She kind of reminded me of white trash, and I was just instantly turned off. Okay, like it was just not good. There was no vibes. Sorry.
Only bad vibes.
And it was just coincidence that there was a girl sitting at the bar that started hitting on me.
But now, was this bar girl straight?
I don't know, honestly. I think she was.
She just wanted fun. What made you think she was?
Just the way she was. I don't think she was gay at all. But she was that night.
I'm gonna give you points for that one. You get 10 points.
Yeah, honestly, 10 like points. That night, like the way that night ended up is just as fucking funny how it turned out. But I have no regrets. I wasn't feeling that girl vibe. I should have just told her, but I decided to just leave.
You decided to be a fuckboy. You channeled your inner hey mama.
Oh man, my friend who was friends with her was like so annoyed with me.
Yeah, because she did all that work to set you up.
Because she was trying to set me up.
She did all that work, and then you just threw it away.
I do feel bad about that, but I don't have regrets about the whole night.
Although, please, friends, just because your friend is gay and you know somebody else who's gay does not mean that you should try to couple them together. Two
Especially
people being gay doesn't mean that they're going to get along.
Yeah, true. Exactly.
Or they might become best friends whose swords would never cross.
Yeah, I mean, she was pretty. Like, she wasn't like. It's just the way she was. Like, the way she talked. I'm just like. There was just no. There wasn't. I couldn't drink enough, okay?
There was no chemistry. If there ain't no chemistry, we ain't going further.
I would have been forcing things, you know? Like, I don't want to do that.
And you know, if you force it, it's shit.
Exactly. It wouldn't have been. I would have regretted that night if I would have done that, you know?
True.
Listen, it ended up in my favor the whole night.
Yeah, exactly. Now,
what about you say? Whoa, we gotta. What about you, man? What was the first question? Actually,
about straight girls. I've heard. The thing is that I'm very I live in the desert of women love women, LGBTQ. Like, I know a lot of gay men.
So
like,
they're all dry?
I get gay men. Go. The options are limited. The thing is, right, is that, like, for me, here I tend to assume everybody's straight until proven otherwise, because the most of the people in the lesbian women love women sphere, I know them.
Yep.
I know someone they've hooked up with. They know me. They know someone I've hooked up with. No, there's too many people that just know each other. I literally live on an island. So
I even here though, like that's one of the reasons why I don't like going to like local bars and stuff, because if there are lesbians there, they all fucking know each other, and it's you just don't want to get involved in that.
Exactly.
Like, I've been involved in that, and it sucked.
Exactly. For me, I assume everybody's straight unless I feel like a really strong attraction to them. Then I'll be like, well, they're gay. They're gay. Gotta be gay. Because otherwise, I wouldn't get the tingles.
I'm the opposite. I guess now I know better. Like, I think it's when if a girl is talking to me in a certain way and I think she's flirting, then I'm like, she's gay. Like, immediately.
So you've said that you don't have good gaydar, or you've never felt that you had good gaydar. So do you think that there should be like a hey, I'm queer type of sign, a bat
Yeah.
signal, a hand signal, a handshake, something.
I mean, I feel like we all need to wear a pin.
I have a pin.
I don't know. Now when I go out, like when I'm on vacation and stuff, like I'm gonna be honest, like I'm pretty introverted, so I don't like wear too many like gay clothing when I go out. But like when I'm like on vacation with like you and our other friends, like if we're going to a bar, I will like try to at least dress gay or wear something gay so people know I'm gay at least. Hey, I'm gay. Flirt with me. But like I don't know, like what would that signal be? Like I mean, it could just be this cuz that's what you do apparently.
Yeah,
What
but I
would
do
that
that
be?
to the others so that they know that hey, we're talking about things.
Oh
But
my god.
I remember back in like the days when Tumblr was like super popular, there
Mhm.
would be like not necessarily signals, but like it would like there were discussions about like if you were to meet somebody else from Tumblr, what would be your way of communicating that you knew each other on Tumblr? And one of the things that they would say is like nice shoelaces. And then the other person would respond, thank you, I got them from the president. And then that would be like your, hey, this is a Tumblr person. Because this was a
That's the
thing that was going
stupidest
around on
line
Tumblr.
though. Why they couldn't come up
Bro,
with something else? I got it from the
listen.
president. The fuck? Now the president here is Trump now. The fuck? That's the weirdest
No,
line
hello.
ever.
This was well, I think it was President Obama to be specific because it was during the Obama era that I was on
It's the
Tumblr.
stupidest line
But
ever,
that's what they
Tumblr.
Tumblr barely
Hey,
exists anymore. It's
nice
been bought over.
shoelaces. I got them from the president. The fuck?
Okay, I got
If
them
I
from Trump.
overheard that, I'd be like,
I got them
"You're
from
fucking
Obama.
weird."
But so in that sense, should there be well, clearly you're against a secret code word.
I
So,
mean, it could be something else that makes
okay,
sense.
what would be your you know what's the thing? I'm gonna put it out here.
Yeah,
I'm
mine would be
sorry.
like, "Hey, you like
Wait,
scissors?
what if they're a tailor?
You have any scissors in your pocket?"
No, but they're in my pants.
Are you in a scissorship?
Are you part of the scissorhood?
You know what? There should be a drink
What?
called scissor or a shot called scissor.
Okay.
Hey, you want a scissor? Oh no, that's not good. That's not good.
Scissors for everybody?
A sizzler. We'll call it the sizzler.
No.
Sizzlers.
I feel
Sizzlers
like
unite.
we get copyrighted. Does Sizzler still exist?
Sizzler? The ride?
No, the restaurant chain.
I don't think I've ever heard of that. I
Was
know there's
I
Sizzler ride, like a carnival ride.
am
A
I
Sizzler.
Mandela affecting myself right now? I swear to God, there was a place called Sizzler, like to
There
eat.
might be. It
I'm
might
gonna
be down
Google it
south.
afterwards. Yeah,
It's
it's
not
mostly like this is. I remember this from like Florida. So,
possibly.
um,
I mean, there can be a code word. I mean,
would
everybody needs to get
you?
on board though, cause shit.
Okay, like look, right? Okay, because I think for some of us, the mask presenting among us, most mask presenting people, there are exceptions, but most mask
There
presenting people
are
are
gay.
gay.
Yeah, I
There
mean,
are
but it's the
some
film.
straight people, who are mask presenting. Like there's this one comedian on Instagram.
Using.
Yeah, like I think her name is Ashley Gutermuth. She's she looks like what I would consider a butch woman to be, but she's
Yeah.
married to a man in the military.
You know who the one that I comes off the top of my head is Kelsey Plum. I thought she was gay. She is not. Damn.
I still think she's gay. I was like,
honestly, I just saw a video of her last night, and I'm like, are you sure you're straight? 'Cause
but she has fire fashion, I think, and that's
she does,
the thing.
but it's like lesbian fashion.
Yeah, it's like lesbian,
straight up.
Maybe because she hangs out with a lot of lesbians.
Maybe.
And what team does she play for?
Vegas.
Yeah, well.
We'll talk about this in our sports episode.
Yeah. Save it for the sports. But but the femmes. I'm sorry.
Femmes, we need to know you're gay.
We need something. Damn it. We can't.
It's really hard to find. You know what's frustrating?
Tell me.
When femmes only like femmes, I'm like, how am I ever supposed to find someone if the femmes only like the femmes? I'm not like femme though. I would not consider myself femme.
You can curl your hair.
Hell no.
You got hair to curl, unlike me and my buzz cut itself.
It's been curled for weddings.
Yeah.
That's about it.
You wear makeup.
Nah, dude. I wear concealer. That's about it. Maybe a little lip balm.
But you are like 3 steps ahead of me. All natural.
Usually I don't wear anything.
But yeah, like what you're saying is it's relevant because it's like I can spot a butch or a masked person a mile away. Okay? I don't need Gaydar for that. You can blindfold me for that one. And I'll know. Stevie Wonder will know. But when it comes to the femmes, like if you are in the high
it's so hard.
If you're in that high femme category,
even low,
you're just like even low femme, like high vibration, low vibration, middle of the pack.
And then they also dress like a lesbian.
You know,
they wear their flannel and their skinny jeans. Bitch, you're a lesbian. Stop wearing that if you're not a lesbian, okay? That is lesbian clothing. Do not wear flannels with skinny jeans. That is for lesbians.
Why are you yelling at the straight women, okay? They just want to be comfortable.
I'm so passionate about this, okay? I'm trying to find a girlfriend, and I keep hitting on you because you're wearing you're getting my hopes up.
And then the poor femme girls who want to be hit on, you're not getting hit on because you don't give me anything to know that you're straight. You're not straight. Give me some.
Give me
a pin. Give me a sign.
Maybe some dyed hair. I don't know.
Even dyed hair. That could just mean that you're a liberal in America, apparently.
Oh, I don't know. Give us something, bro.
Give us some. Femmes of the world, please realize us mass-presenting people,
we need to know,
are not the problem. Because you will come up to us, you will flirt with us, but we will think you're straight.
No, I'll think they're gay. I'll think they're gay.
No, like, the thing is that there's that juxtaposition of like, okay, maybe she's gay, but maybe she's just trying to get rid of some dude, so she's flirting with me, which I've had happen. I've had that happen where, like, the straight girl, I know she's straight. So it's not like she's bamboozling me. I know she's straight. We're out wherever we were. And this dude just kept hitting on her. So what does she do? She drapes herself on the nearest lesbian.
Have you ever done the knee test?
What the fuck is the knee test?
Like if you're sitting next to someone and like you don't know if they're gay or if they're interested in you or if they're flirting with you at all, you just kind of like rub your leg up against theirs.
No. What the fuck?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
No, but if it's at that point, not if you're just sit down. Like,
I'm gonna just like invade their space and spread my legs.
Listen. Oh. Let me before this goes viral and people start judging me. Let me explain, okay?
Okay.
Like if you're at a bar and you've been sitting and talking to someone for a while and you're not sure, and like things are a little flirty, maybe. I don't know when people are flirting anymore. Apparently, you just like kind of like get a little closer. And if they don't back away, then we can continue to flirt.
From 5 feet closer?
Bro, I've done this a couple times.
How have your results been?
Usually not good. Yeah, I mean, I just mean nothing ever happened. But they still flirt. Like, I think, like, literally, if they're straight or not, people just like to flirt.
People like being flirted with because they like feeling attracted.
Yeah.
So that's why they flirt. That's it. That's end of Beal. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Like, but I think that there should be a signal, but I think it should specifically be towards people that do not appear to be queer. Because at this point, colored hair, a septum, and some weird tattoos is not enough to tell me that you are into this.
It's just enough to tell me I'm gonna flirt with you, though.
Yes. And then you'll turn out to be straight.
And you have tattoos, Jesus fuck.
At the end of the day, the easiest thing that you could do, if you're interested, I'm speaking personally for me. Just come and give me a kiss. That's it. But like full on the mouth. Just let's go.
That's the sign you want?
That's the sign I want. You want? That's the sign I want. That's the sign. It's like, you're gay? You're gay? Lips.
Just fucking kiss her out of nowhere. Lips. Apparently that's what she wants.
Yeah, just sweep me off my feet. Just, lips.
For me, I would just want Taylor like Swift a little songs. No, that doesn't necessarily mean that gay.
Okay.
But if you're a Swiftie, that's like major bonus points. Anyway, for me, I would just like a little, a little arm rub or like a little something, a little touch.
I rub your arm.
Like,
what the fuck?
Okay, but you're my friend. Like, some stranger at the bar is not going to come up to me and start rubbing my arm unless they, want to actually talk to me.
I would be concerned.
Listen, you're taking this out of like.
Okay, go. Okay, I'm gonna listen to your context. I'm just saying,
if you come up and start talking to me, like, at least kind of like give me a little touch to let me know that you're flirting with me and you're not just being nice, okay?
But also, if we're just being millennials and Gen Z actually has a signal, please share the signal. I'm
not gonna do no signal, okay? I am not gonna do a signal.
Would you wear something indicating?
Like a pin?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Like just a big ass lesbian pride flag pin.
No. It needs to be small. Okay? You're gonna have to like move it like, look, I got it.
Listen, you know what? I'm gonna defend the femmes now because with your looking at you, I just be like, I don't know. You could swing either ways. I don't know. You don't give off. You don't give off service top. You don't give gay face.
Because I don't think that's a thing.
You don't give off the vibe. And I need you to give off the vibe.
I'm gay.
But is that what you want?
I just want to be how I am. I don't want to change the way I look just so that people know I'm gay.
So
that's not. what it's about. It's about being yourself, and that's how I am.
So you want to be perceived as gay.
I am gay.
Why'd you have to think about it?
Because I'm thinking about your question. Like, what is this question? For me, it's like not about looking gay. And that's kind of ironic because we're asking people to look more gay. But anyway, like I don't feel like I need to look a certain way to be gay. I feel like I'm just who I am.
So as part of the gay agenda for 2025, I feel like we should come up with some way of signaling to each other. 1, we're gay. 2, we're interested. But especially 2, because I'm so sick of the queer stereotype that you could be sitting in a room with somebody who's in love with you, and they basically have to smack you in the face with their feelings and be making out with you, and you'd still be questioning if this makeout session is friendly or not. We got to do better.
That sounds like you.
It is me.
You're the one that wants someone to just randomly kiss you.
At this stage, I live in the. I mean, I just want desert.
I just want a little, like, you know, if we're flirting at a bar, like, tell me beforehand, not 45 minutes after that you're straight. The fuck? I could have been doing something else for the 45 minutes. Jesus fuck.
All true. So I think to wrap this episode up, because we got busy gay lives to live.
I'm gonna take a nap. Take a nap. Yes.
We should somehow, somewhere, have a gay signal. We should, some way, somehow, be able to communicate our interest in people. And back to the beginning of this pod, if you are going to come out, if you feel compelled to come out, if you feel like you should come out, please do so in a safe and healthy environment. Even if that environment is only online, it is safer than putting yourself at risk until you are in a place that you can safely do so. And if you want to come out to us, you can DM us at Instagram at Real Chaos. Is it Real Chaos? The Real Chaos?
Real Chaos.
Yeah, that. And we will keep your secrets without judging. No promises on my face. No, I'm kidding.
We will keep your secret.
We will keep your secret. Do you have any final words?
My final words are, I'm single, femmes.
Same.
Do you like Taylor Swift?
Are you tall?
Are you a lesbian?
Are you financially stable?
Do you live somewhere in the Midwest?
At this stage, you should be asking for Canada, considering what's happening tomorrow.
Nah, man. True. Anyways.
Game time?
Yeah. I'm going to try to get this in less than 3 or less, okay? We're going to do it!
Okay.
Good.
I'm up for the challenge.
Just look at me.
I'm looking at you, but nothing's coming through.
Okay. Hey, you know, we're trying to give each other lesbian signals. Come on. You know what I'm thinking? It's a problem.
Let's see if I see what you're thinking. Okay? All
right. 3, 2, 1.
Scissor.
We did one try.
That was a one shot.
I wasn't even trying to give you a hint. I was just like saying, you know.
Yeah, but it was the only word that you...
Bro.
Well, okay, that ends today's episode.
I guess
Thank
our
you.
game's done.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Listen, please remember to follow, like, subscribe, share, let your friends know that we're single. Yo, okay. I'm seeing why I'm single now.
We're gonna have to reel it in for this next episode.
Yeehaw!
All right. Yeehaw.
See you guys next time.
Chaos.